Superfast broadband is everything about the digital economy. It's about connecting people and it's about connecting communities, and more than anything else it's about giving the businesses the start and the technology they need to succeed.
Well, really, superfast broadband is going to make a tremendous difference to the whole community. It really means a new way of doing business, a way of people dealing with education, health and so on. But what it will mean basically is that you will start to see people collaborating in totally different ways.
What we see is that it will attract greater investment into the area. We have great transport connections, and we see this as really offering greater benefits to people coming to our area.
A community group in my parish, and similarly in an adjacent parish of Guildford Sutton, are starting to get groups together, meetings together, to consider the issue of broadband and the fact that it is not super fast, as you describe it.
We've got an ageing population within Cheshire East, and we want to use technology to help people stay independent for longer. There's really good opportunities out there for assisted living technologies to help people who want to stay in their home longer rather than move into residential care.
The challenge is going to be to work out how we're going to support particularly rural businesses, and in some of the villages around the edge of the constituency there's an enormous demand. And the potential for broadband being an economic driver in this area is massive.
All these things are all about how do you pump prime something, put an investment in, so ultimately you're going to save money. And that's the same right the way through society, and that's what this is all about. We put the investment in now, we get a lead, we get a better quality of life for the residents, we made a far healthier, wealthier place to live.
This is an investment in our future. It's worth putting the technology in now because we will need it as the economy comes out of recession if we're going to compete in a global world.
Without it, I think the economy in Cheshire and Warrington will stall. I think the whole of the UK needs to be connected to superfast broadband, but I think in the case of Cheshire and Warrington, where we've already got a very prosperous economy, without it we're going to struggle to grow.
If we look at industries from the past, we had textiles, we had chemicals, and we have AstraZeneca and we have pharmaceuticals, and we all know that we're in a fast-moving, highly competitive, changing world. So it's very important that for my constituents, indeed for Cheshire and Warrington and Halton as a whole, that we have to invest for the future. So I'm looking at superfast broadband to create those jobs.
It's absolutely critical. I mean, superfast broadband enables even the smallest business to work as it was a large company. So it's absolutely critical, and also the evidence is showing that those companies that are using superfast broadband are able to recruit, retain the best people, to understand how the market works, to work really locally, regional, nationally and globally.
If we're going to build industry and build the economy, we can't have a broadband system that doesn't match our aspirations. So without it we can't have new industries coming in, because they'll look and say, without that, that's a basic ingredient. It's like having water. You've got to have superfast broadband, otherwise industry can't thrive.
We get a lot of people who live around the world. We call them expats because they have connections to our area. So they're used to that kind of service around the world. They expect it where we are. And I think the question that he's answering is not can we afford to do this, but can we afford not to do it?
Superfast broadband is going to be so important for the economy and so important for people in their homes. Broadband is advancing at an accelerated rate into the metropolitan centres, but there are over 110,000 homes and businesses which won't be connected with superfast broadband, and without that connection there's going to be a digital divide, and that can't be allowed to happen.